OK, now let's speak to Conservative Party Chairman Kevin Hollinrake. Kevin, good to see you. Well...
And you too.
How are you feeling, as someone once infamously said? What do you make of where the Conservative Party are now?
Well, going forward, of course I feel disappointed. We don't want to lose people from our party, and Rob's proved effective in many different ways, but clearly he wasn't happy not being the leader. That's the top and bottom of this, and the evidence we got was clear and compelling, and it was damning. And Kemi, when she saw that, she took her time, but she was quite clear right from the start that there's no way in the world Rob Jenrick could remain part of our party when he was plotting to undermine our party in the way he was, in a very, very damaging way he was planning it. And we've had our share of problems in the past, of course, and that's often because we haven't had strong leadership. Now we've got strong leadership. We're not having this psychodrama anymore. Kemi's been very clear about that. The party's going forward. We are doing better. She's cutting through, and she did the right thing today, demonstrating once again that she's a strong leader of our party.
Kevin, you say that there was damning evidence. There have been some reports that this was a typed-out resignation letter that was left lying around. Can you confirm those reports? What was this evidence that you speak about that was absolutely irrefutable, in the words of Kemi Badenoch?
Well, so I can't tell you that. We do.
You're
it's
the chairman
important
of the
to protect our
Conservative
sources.
Party.
No. Also, we want to protect our sources. But I can tell you that this information came from Rob Jenrick's own inner circle. So I say it was completely. There was no two ways about it. This evidence was damning. It was treacherous and damning, and there was no way in the world it could be denied. That's the point. So, being in possession of that evidence, it was quite clear what was happening. It was what Robert's direction of travel was, and what he was seeking to do with it in terms of undermining our party. And that's thousands of councillors, of course, whose seats are up for grabs this May. And our activists are working hard every day on the street, explaining to people how we've got the right leadership and we're making the right choices in terms of cutting the cost of doing government, in terms of welfare.
This interruption is brought to you by ExpressVPN and their New Year deal. New Year, new VPN, and a huge saving of up to 80% if you act now. You're busy planning how to get in shape, but the hackers are planning how to get into your accounts. ExpressVPN locks down your connection so you can start the year protecting your data. So scan the QR code or click the link in the description now.
Also
before we get into the political spiel, I just want to drill down on what you've just told us, because I think we've learned something new here, in that you've said this came from someone within Robert Jenrick's inner circle, whereas before the information we'd got from the Conservative Party was that this was something that had been left lying around. Piecing these two pieces of evidence together, am I right in saying that someone within Robert Jenrick's inner circle happened upon this information, perhaps in his own office, and went and ran and told you and the Conservative Party when that person within Robert Jenrick's circle saw it? Was he... this stuff was found by one of his staff?
Listen, I can't go further than I've gone, Tom. It wouldn't be fair, and it's very important that we abide by what we agree to do with people we work with. And but as I say, it came from the inner circle. So, and the evidence that we have seen is damning, it is clear, it is compelling, it's irrefutable. So Kemi did absolutely the right thing, shows a strong leadership once again, and has sacked Rob Jenrick from the Shadow Cabinet and suspended his membership of the Conservative Party.
Kevin, the inference seems to be that Robert Jenrick was planning to drop this bombshell to coincide with the obviously very important May elections that are coming up. Can you confirm that's the case?
Well, we believe so, and clearly those elections are very important. We're going to put a lot of hard work into them, and we are making progress as a party. There's no doubt about it. People tell me all the time how excellent Kemi is, so we're moving forward. And I've got to say, I think it's because of Kemi's success. It's not that Kemi's failing, she's succeeding. And therefore, the opportunities to lead our party have been totally closed off because Kemi's the right leader. Now, that won't suit everybody, and personal ambition is a potent force in politics, and I think that lies at the heart of Rob Jenrick's decision.
You're making a valiant effort to spin this defection into a positive. And I do understand the logic behind what you just said, but this is not a good day for the Conservative Party. You must be worried about colleagues of yours close to Robert Jenrick, as many of them are, who might be looking to follow him.
Listen, of course, I'm disappointed personally at what's happened here. You know, I've known Rob a long time, and he's clearly been on a journey in terms of his politics, and now that's up to Rob. But of course, I don't want to see defections from this party, but neither do any of us want to have people on that journey who are not loyal to our cause. We cannot have that. It causes the problems we've seen in the past. We've got a strong leader. We need to be united behind her. That's my message to all my colleagues and anybody associated with the Conservative Party. We've got the right leader. We've got the right policies. We need just to put the hard work in to get where we need to go to win that general election in 2029.
Kevin, have you personally spoken to Robert this morning?
No, I haven't. The Chief Whip spoke to him earlier today.
OK, and can you give us anything about how Robert was feeling, what the Chief Whip said, any information?
No, I can't give you any more information. That was a short phone call, but I can't give you any more information than that.
The short phone call that was had between the Conservative Chief Whip and Robert Jenrick, did that end with Robert Jenrick slamming the phone down, as has been reported? I don't know if that's the case or not.
You know Robert Jenrick, you call him Rob, obviously you're quite friendly with him. Would you be surprised if Robert Jenrick had slammed the phone down?
That's just speculation. I don't want to get into that. The facts of this are very clear. There was compelling evidence. Kemi's acted on it in absolutely the right way. We don't want to see... This should not be about us as politicians. It should be about us holding the government to account and getting ready for government again. We're holding the government to account. We forced 13 U-turns and everything from the winter fuel allowance to family farm tax to grooming gangs. We want to keep on doing that job. That's what we're focused on every single day. And I have no time for people who are focused on their own personal ambitions rather than the fortunes of the country, which is what we should be focused upon.
Do you think that is what Robert Jenrick's doing, focusing on his own personal ambitions rather than the good of the country?
I do think that. I do think there's some of that. I'm not saying Rob isn't effective in much of his work, but it was quite clear to a number of us within the Conservative Party that Rob still harbored ambitions about leadership rather than focusing on supporting our leader.
OK, and Kevin, finally and very quickly, how is Kemi this morning? Is Kemi angry? Is she in phone slamming down mode?
Well, I saw Kemi last night and I spoke to Kemi this morning. She was very calm. Of course, she was angry, of course, but she wasn't, not in a way, in an emotional way. She really, like the rest of us, very disappointed in this. This is treacherous, it's disloyal, but she's handled this very calm and very composed under pressure. So Kemi's fine. She's getting on with the job. She's on a visit now to Scotland, supporting our oil and gas industries and other meetings up there too. So she's getting on with the job. I'm getting on with the job, which is trying to make sure we hold the government to account and work together in the national interest.
OK, angry, disappointed, calm and unemotional. What a cocktail. Kevin Hollinrake, thanks indeed for joining us, Chairman of the Conservative Party.
Indeed, thank you very much. Absolutely fascinating.